Scanning for audio.
Hello, and welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. This time I'm going to be reviewing the last Dalek story to be released on DVD, unless they find something lying around in a cupboard somewhere, the John Pertwee story, Death to the Daleks.
Doctor, should that red light be flashing?
Listen.
Can't hear anything.
Yes, exactly. Nothing. Some power in this planet to stop the TARDIS's energy banks.
You mean that we're stuck here forever?
Are you a military expedition?
MSc.
Master of Science?
Marine Space Corps.
The relief ship is here! Come on, quickly!
Here she comes!
The Earth creatures are to be exterminated!
Wait, you can't!
Total extermination! Fire! 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 Total paraphilia in armament sockets!
Well. Daleks without the power to kill.
I think our best interest will be served by joining forces.
The truce exists between our party and yours.
Don't you trust them an inch.
Substitute weaponry functioning satisfactorily.
Take cover!
We've walked into a trap.
Locate the enemy.
What are you doing with her?
She is to be sacrificed.
This planet is now under Dalek control.
We are powerless to stop them.
Fugitives are to be exterminated on sight.
You must stay silent or you will destroy us all. It is beyond our power to help him now.
Ah yes, Death to the Daleks. A much disliked story in many quarters. There's not a lot of people out there with a nice thing to say about it, except for Nick Briggs, but more about that later. I like this story. I'm not even going to say what I normally say, which was, it was better than I thought it was going to be. It was exactly the same as I thought it was going to be, and the reason why is because I kind of watched this from VHS quite a bit, or at least I have done over the years. It's a very nice thing. Most importantly, of course, is the fact that this is the last Dalek story until 2005 not to feature Davros. In many respects, it could be argued by, the sort of fans that, well, let's face it, we are, that this is the last final piece of Dalek history before the Great Dalek War. And yes, you've got that whole thing with the chase going on, which may or may not be part of the Great Time War. So these are the Daleks at the height of their powers when they're still very, very cunning, very, very powerful, and they don't have some madman in a wheelchair giving them completely psychotic orders. That's the background of the story, but that's hardly the story itself. The TARDIS materialises, or rather is forced to materialise because it has a massive power drain, onto, yes, a mysterious planet that looks a bit like a quarry. Hooray! The planet of the Exxilons. There's a reason they're called Exxilons, which I only just realised because I'm very, very, very slow. So it's the third Doctor and, how did Siobhan put it? Plucky companion, that's it, Sarah Jane Smith. I can call her whatever I want, it's my podcast. Anyway, she's there, she's ready to go to the beach, so she's wearing a bikini and with a very, very, very large beach ball. And of course, as always happens in this sort of story, the TARDIS takes you nowhere near the beach. So, we're on the strange planet of the Exxilons. Also, on this planet of the Exxilons, this planet that has no power, is another spaceship, another downed craft from Earth, looking for a mineral to cure some sort of plague. It's a Terry Nation storyline, so you're going to have people going, there's a plague going on. Of course there's a plague. It's the 70s. It's a Terry Nation storyline. There's going to be a plague somewhere. The Survivors was, of course, just round the corner. These humans are living a hand-to-mouth sort of existence, and it's mainly because the natives are less than friendly, because they have been kicked out of their mysterious, shiny and remarkably pristine, yes, and looks like it's made out of polystyrene blocks, city. A city with a big electric light on the top. You're thinking that A, it doesn't have power problems, and B, it is the source of the power problems. Into the mix, because this story is called Death to the Daleks, comes another spaceship. It crashes, it lands, the doors open, and who's going to be inside? Drum roll, please. It's the Daleks. Now, the fact that all Dalek stories have a Dalek reveal at the episode 1 has become so traditional that we really can kind of just, well, let it go, can't we? And of course the Daleks turn up and try to open fire, which is, to be fair, what they should do every time they see the Doctor, but very rarely do. And they can't, because they're suffering from a power loss as well, because it affects all power. Now, imagine, if you will, you're the BBC production department. You're going, right, we've got this storyline. Terry, thanks for bringing it in. Really like what you're doing here. Your basic premise is there's a planet without any power or electricity. Yeah, says Terry Nation. Right, now, the aliens you've chosen to give us are your Daleks. Now, I know that's because you make money off them, and everyone likes them, but do you not think they're a little bit incompatible with the storyline where everyone suffers a power failure, and all the Daleks seem to suffer in their power failure, is their guns don't work, and then they replace them with machine guns? Do you not think that's a slight problem? Do you not think that'll really bug fans forever? Not as much as the music. Leave the music out of this, Terry. What I'm saying is, do you not want to use a different monster? Like, the Draconians, they would be good? No. Would you like to use anybody else except the Daleks? Because, like I said, the Daleks should be suffering a power failure. Or you've got some sort of technobabble in the script that sorts that out. Something about pure hate driving them on. Right. Now, as a reviewer, I watch this and I think, if everyone in England who was grumpy and angry just sat down and hated at, say, an electrical socket, could they run their entire household electrics? Could the fridge be running off some sort of mild grumble? Would an electric fire take a blazing row to run itself? No pun intended there. It just doesn't work. Could we have a nation of grumpy people saving our energy fuel crisis? It's always annoyed me about this storyline. They could have used any other creatures, and that probably would have worked, but no. No, it had to be the Daleks. Yes, it's cute how the Daleks have got little toy TARDISes that they shoot. Yes, there's a lot of other touches like that. And yes, there's a ridiculous cliffhanger when the Doctor reveals a flaw. I get that. It's very, very well known. But let it go. It's an old Doctor Who story, and it's something that we love. We really do. Yes, the Daleks have to travel around on tracks, but so what? I don't care. Do you? No, you don't. You just love it for what it is. And so do I. So yeah, there's this mysterious city, and everybody, of course, has to go inside. There's a lovely performance by a very tiny actor who would have been just such a brilliant companion for the Doctor. But of course it would have been a nightmare for the actor. Now, earlier I mentioned Nick Briggs, mainly because he just loves this story. And you can see him on the Making of documentary. Now, it's a one-disc story, but it still manages to have some really, really nice features. There's an obligatory commentary track. Now that's got the actors Julian Fox, Peter Hamilton, the Dalek operator Cytown, director Michael E. Bryant, the assistant floor manager Richard Leland, costume designer L. Roland Warren, and special sound master Dick Mills. All, of course, is moderated by, you've guessed it, Uncle Toby. There's a making of called Beneath the City of the Exxilons, which has got similar people, but then you've got Nick turning up, seeing how he's sort of set his Dalek Empire stories around this time, and these are the Daleks that he likes the most. It's very nice and doesn't even remotely act as just an advert for Big Finish. Weirdly on this, there's an actual studio recording of some time with the Third Doctor. It's very nice, but best of all, from the whole disc, is a little extra called On the Set of Doctor Who and the Daleks. Now this is great because it's just a real gem. It's from 1965, Doctor Who and the Daleks, the movie, rather than anything else. And somebody made a documentary about the movie. this documentary was lost, and all there was left were the film trims from the beginning and the end, the stuff that wasn't used in the programme. Well, this just makes Doctor Who fans even more angry. Look, there's something else missing from the archive that we didn't even know we had in the first place, but now it's missing, so now know it's missing. Oh, it just makes you so angry. Yes, there's a DVD-ROM and a load of other stuff, and there's a coming soon for the Crotons, the last surviving Troughton to be released. Makes you sad to think about it. There's not many discs left now. We really will need to discuss what we'll be doing with the Tin Dog podcast after that. Anyone want me to review every other Doctor Who story, or anybody actually want me to start reviewing big finishes from the very beginning, in order? Scary prospect. Could be done. Right, I'll let you go now. Speak to you all very soon, probably about Doctor Who. Be seeing you. You have been listening to the Tin Dog Podcast. Doctor Who and its associated shows are all trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Contact us at tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk.